Hello, everybody. Welcome to your 40-minute yoga sculpt with me. I am Sarah. We are going to begin today in a child's pose. And if you are using weights, go ahead and put those towards the top of your space. You can take as big or small weights as you need. I always like to have just 3 pounds, nothing too crazy. But as you start to get settled in, feet together, knees open wide, feel free to stretch your arms, stretch out the spine, relax that forehead. Just take a couple full deep breaths here in child's pose. And know that if it's better to place your hands underneath your forehead, or even bring your knees closer together, take that. Try to take a couple full deep body breaths. So all the way from the top of your head down to your tailbone and your low back. Breathing deep into those ribs, the low belly, the sides. And in the next breath or two, really reach those hands forward and start to walk them towards the left side and left corner. And in the next breath or two, switch, reaching those hands to the right side and right corner. Next breath or two, walk those hands back out in front. We're actually going to come all the way forward down to our bellies. And we're going to take a Sphinx pose. So you're going to slide elbows underneath our shoulders and spread all 10 fingers wide and press down into the floor with your legs. And trying to lift our chin and chest. We're going to take cat and cow from here. So we'll start to drop our chin to our chest. Begin to engage the glutes and the abs to lift your hips, looking towards your belly button as you try to press your shins and forearms into the floor. And start to roll back down. Once the hip bones touch our mat or floor, we can lift our chin and chest. Take that a couple more times, pressing those hips up, rolling chin to chest. And start to roll back down. Making sure those elbows are hugging in. On your own timing, 1 or 2 more rounds. And whenever you finish out that last round, we'll release that torso down, hands underneath our shoulders, pressing up into tabletop. And now you can start to move fully through that spine, cat and cows. Maybe even adding in some circles of your head or tail. Get a stretch in those wrists. Tuck your toes. And we'll start to slow down, coming back to our tabletop. From here, stepping our left toes behind us, staying on the floor, knit the ribs together, low back is long. We're going to float that left leg high and back down, and lift and lower. Press through the heel, up and down. 5 more, 4, last 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lift that leg, holding here. Now squeeze your heel towards your hips and extend. Draw it in and out. Try to make sure your knee is pointing to the ground rather than out towards the side. So that foot is straight up and down to the ceiling. 5, in 4, we'll release it in 3, 2, 1. Now bend that knee, float that shin back to the ground. Now we're going to take it straight out and down. Lift and lower. Might get a little hip hop there. Still kind of warming it up here for 5. Last 4, we're going to switch the legs in 3, 2, 1. Now release that left shin down, shift your weight, tuck those right toes behind you. Check in on that low belly, long spine, low back. Float that right heel up and lower. Lift and down. Again, we're here for 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1. Now lifting that leg straight up, bend that heel towards your hips and extend. Draw it in and out. Think of that knee pointing to the ground, foot to the ceiling when it bends. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last sequence. Bend that knee, float your shin towards the ground. Straight up, out to the side, and lower. Lift and lower, warming up those hips. Up and down. 4, 5. Last series. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that shin down. We're going to tuck our toes, take that weight out of your hands. Rock your weight towards your feet and let your knees open outside of your elbows. Maybe even tent those fingertips, let your head be heavy. Those knees can turn back towards the front. Stretch out your hamstrings, rag dolls, grabbing maybe elbows. You can even wrap hands around behind your legs. And just warming up here, so feel free to keep a deep bend in your knees or take your feet further apart. Maybe nod your head yes or shake it no. Couple more rounds of breath. If you want to switch what your hands are doing, find some other movement. Make sure those hands come back down. Keep those feet pretty wide. We're going to easy open arm twist the right arm high. Maybe you can start to roll the wrist. You can take some big arm circles, or even place that hand on your low back. Whether circling or staying where you are, a few more breaths. Circle other way. And we'll switch our twist, sending the left fingertips high. Again, you can roll wrists. You want to take it to your arm circles or hand at your low back. If circling, go the other way. We'll bring both hands back down. Walk those feet underneath our hips. We're going to walk out to take our high plank. Press down and out through those heels, shoulders over our wrists. Start to warm up that core a little bit. Rock forward and back. Forward and back. Find that opening in your shoulders and the core here for 6, 4, 5. Down dog in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing back down dog. Bring those feet in closer. Again, continue to bend those knees. And wherever we are, we're going to float our right leg, 3-leg down dog. Bend that knee towards our nose. Come into our low lunge. Walk or step that foot through. Charge out through that back heel. We'll bring our knee down. Setting fingertips high, crescent moon. Bring those hands down. We're going to pull those hips back, nose towards our knee, half splits. And we're going to kind of move through that. So shift back forward towards your lunge. You can keep that knee on the ground and then start to pull those hips back. Front toes can lift or stay down. A couple more times, kind of shift forward, pulling those hips back. One more, shift forward, pulling those hips back. This time, low lunge, lift that back knee up, stepping back, high plank from knees or toes, lower all the way down, hug those elbows in. Inhale, cobra, lifting our chest, lift those hands. Release, tabletop or high plank, reverse, and down dog. Inhaling the left leg up, 3-leg down dog. Bend that knee in, low lunge. Again, you can step it through or kind of help it through. Press through that back heel. Knee down, crescent moon, fingertips floating up, relaxing shoulders. Hands come down. We'll start to pull those hips back, nose towards the knee, half split. Again, shifting forward, find that low lunge. Knee can stay on the ground and pull those hips back. Again, shift forward and pull back. One more time, shift forward. Pull hips back. And come to low lunge, back knees up, high plank. From knees or toes, pin the elbows to our ribs all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lifting chin, chest, float the hands. Release, reverse, tabletop or high plank, down dog. We're gonna add all that together. Inhale, our right leg high, knee to nose, low lunge. Crescent moon, knee down, fingertips high. Maybe add a little lift in your chest. Hands down, stretch that right leg, half splits. Again, shift forward. 2 more times, half splits. Shift forward, 1 more half splits. Shift forward, low lunge, step back, high plank, knees or toes all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lift up. Release, reverse, high plank, tabletop, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Knee to nose, step, walk through, low lunge. Crescent moon, fingertips high, maybe lifting chest. Release those hands, pull back, half splits. Shift forward, 2 more like that, half splits. Shift forward, 1 more half splits. Low lunge, step back, high plank, knees or toes all the way down. Cobras lifting up. Release, reverse, tabletop, high plank, down dog. Looking to our hands, bring those feet all the way up. We're going to take those weights coming all the way up to standing. We're going to hold those elbows in towards our ribs. But palms are facing up towards the ceiling. We're gonna open and close, open and close. Just standing tall, find that rotation in the shoulders. Open and close for 5, 4. We're gonna take this into bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. Now our palms are facing forward. Bring them down, draw them up. And down and up. Now, if you want to, you can add alternating knee lifts. As we bicep curl up, lift a knee. And up, down, and up. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, hold those arms in, step that left foot back, finding our high crescent lunge. Press those arms up towards the ceiling. You can hold those arms. You can add triceps as we bend that back knee. Lift up, bend and up, down and up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. 1, come back up, reach forward, bring those weights down, come back up, just your hands, opening warrior 2. We're gonna take our extended side angle, reach out and down, maybe bring that elbow towards your knee. You can look to top hand or towards our front foot. Now keep that bend in our front knee, just lift arms up and reverse warrior. Try to keep those legs exactly where they were. One more time, extending side angle out and down. Feel those legs stay. Reverse that warrior, lift up and back. Now we're gonna stand tall, turn both feet to that side. Right thumb or hand on top behind us, shoulders down, and wide forward fold with the chest expansion. Hands can pull away from low back or rest on our low back. Release those hands by sliding down our legs. Turning to our right foot, front foot, low lunge. We're gonna 3-leg down dog, sweep that right leg half. And holding that leg as we come towards a high plank. Cross that right knee towards our left arm. Spin on our left heel, fallen star like a big side plank. Keep that right foot out, left arm high. Squeeze up through that right side, hold and breathe. Bringing that left hand back down, scoop that right knee to your chest. Turn that back heel and step back down dog. Inhale, walk, step those feet up. Forward fold. Soften our knees, grabbing our weights, come up, palms towards the ceiling, elbows in. Again, opening and close. Just feeling those shoulders. 4, 5. 4, we'll take bicep curls. 3, 2, 1. Now again, bicep curls up and down. You can take that or add those marches. Opposite knees. Lift and lower. Keep hugging elbows to our ribs. Up. We're here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take that right foot, step back, high crescent lunge, arms reach up. You can hold the legs and just take those triceps up and down, or you can add that bend in your knee. Bending as we hit down, press up, down and up. 4, 8, 7, 6, here, 4, 5, 4, release the weights in 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights forward, place them down, just the hands come up high, crescent lunge. Opening to our warrior 2, left knees are bent, kick that right heel out. Extending side angle, elbow to our knee or fingertips reach down. You can look up or down. Keeping those legs reverse warrior, lift the chest and reaching high. One more pass, extending side angle. Keep those legs how they are, just lift the chest up, reverse warrior. Standing tall, both feet straight, turn to that side. Left hand, left thumb on top, chest expansion, wide forward fold. And then those hands can pull away or stay at our low back. Sliding our hands down the legs, turn to our front foot, left foot, low lunge. 3-leg down dog, left leg high. Holding that leg as we high plank. Now cross towards our right arm. Kick that foot out, spin onto your right heel. Fallen star like a big side plank. Lift up through your left hip. Right hand down, pull our left knee to our chest, spin that right heel high. Step back, down dog. Coming to our high planks all the way down to our bellies. Keep those legs a little bit separated. Arms coming up to maybe like a goal post or a slight W. From here, we're just going to take the legs first. So pressing hands down, forehead to our mat. Engage the glutes, lifting the legs straight up and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 8, 7, then just the upper body in 6, 5, 4, try to keep knees straight, 4, 2, now press the legs into the floor, just lift the arms and chest, and down, keep glutes engaged, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders out of ears, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back in, find your tabletop. From here, we're going to just hover those knees, tuck our toes, pull those hip bones up, lifting those knees. Slight bend in the elbows. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, high plank down dog, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, high plank down dog. Find that breath when you need. Look to the hands, maybe try a little hop. You can kind of bring those hips up forward, fold. Grabbing our weights, come all the way up to stand. This time those elbows wide, think of that goalpost W. Press up and down. Lift, lower, up and down for 6, 5, 4, bicep curls, 3, 2, 1. Draw those elbows in, bicep curls, alternating your knees, up and down. Lift, lower. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those weights, step the left foot back, finding our high crescent lunge. Tricep dips, option to add those knees, and up, down, up. Only 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights down, just your hands come back up, high crescent lunge. Warrior 2. This time we're going to straighten our right knee, pull those hips back. Rather than locking our knees, slight bend, reach the arms, slide that chest forward, then reaching down, triangle. Again, you can look up or down, trying to stretch both sides of the body. Slight bend in our right knee, using the core to lift us up, reverse triangle. One more, just like that, triangles, hips slide back, chest reaching out and down. Left side lift up, reverse triangle. Turn both feet to that side. This time arms can stay out wide, wide, forward fold. Turn to our front foot, right foot, 3-leg down dog. Sweep that leg high. Hold that leg high plank. Cross that left knee to our left elbow. And now kick it back. Now bring it to your right elbow. Stretch it back to your left and back. Right and back. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now cross to your left elbow, fallen star. Kick out, reaching high. Unwind that hand, pull that right knee in, step back, down dog. Inhale, you can maybe try a little hop or two, jump those feet up, take your forward fold. Grab our weights, come up, goalpost W shape in the arms, press up and down. Up and down. This series 8, 7, 6, bicep curls in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows in, bicep curls, alternating knees. Only here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that right foot back, crescent lunge. Arms are up, Tricep dips, option to add your legs. Down, up. Last time, we're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms, weights come down, just the hands come back up, press and lunge. Warrior 2, bending into our left knee, kick that right heel up. Now straightening our left leg, not blocking, but soft. Kick your hips back, kick that right heel back. Feel your chest slide out, then down, triangle. Look up or down. Again, softness in our left knee. Right side lifts your chest up, reverse triangle. One more time, take that stretch. Triangles, reaching out and down. Right side lifts up, reverse triangle. Standing tall, both feet to that side, arms wide, wide, forward fold. Turning to our front foot, our left foot, 3-leg down dog. Hold that leg high, plank. Now cross to your right arm. Send that leg back, float to your left arm. Float back to your right and back. Left, only 2 more, right and left. Now take it to your right, fallen star, wide plank, reaching up. Bring that hand back down, left knee to our chest. Press back, down dog. From this down dog, come back down to our tabletop. Once we take that tabletop, option to take it onto your forearms. If those wrists are feeling like they've had enough, that's okay. You can take this on your forearms. We're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to send our hips up, taking our down dog or your dolphin. You can kind of walk those feet in closer. Press down through your forearms, through your elbows. All right, for a couple more breaths, if you need to, this is a chance for you to just take a pause, maybe your child's pose, maybe you just hang out in that tabletop for a couple more breaths, or try to stay in that dolphin. And now we will all meet back up in tabletop. All right, from here, we're just gonna let our hips kind of sing off to the right side. So we're gonna be stacked, right hand, wrist underneath our right shoulder. And you're gonna kind of stack those legs one on top of the other. Now again, you can take this down on your right forearm. So elbow underneath your shoulder. We're gonna reach either left hand high, if that helps, or hand on our hip. And we're gonna try to squeeze our right hip and our right rib, and we're gonna lift and try to almost make like a curve in your spine, like a half moon shape, and back down. Lift, you might feel it in the shoulder as you lift up and down. If you're on your hand, you're gonna feel yourself coming higher maybe, and a slight bend in your elbow, and lower. Lift and lower, 4, 5, 4, keep those legs squeezing together, 3, 2, 1. Now from here, we're going to come up to that right shin. So you're going to come up onto your right hand if you were on your forearm, or come up to your fingertips, kind of holding yourself up here. We're going to keep that left arm high. We're going to float our left leg, draw that knee in, and extend. In, extend. Squeeze and out. Keep lifting that leg as you kick it forward and back. 4, 5, 4. We're going to switch everything in 3, 2, 1. Bring that left leg back down. Kind of turn back to your tabletop and switch. Let your hips drop over to your left side. Squeeze those legs. Again, left hand wrist underneath your shoulder, or you can come down to that forearm, elbow underneath your shoulder. Right arm high or hand on our hip. Keep those legs together. You're going to start to lift your hip bones up. Try to take that little half moon shape in your core and lower. Lift and down. Up and down. Think of your hip bone just meeting the floor before you press back up. Whether hand or forearm. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're all going to come up to that left shin, hand underneath our shoulder flat, or you can tent your fingertips and try to hold yourself up. Right arm high, float that right leg, squeeze it in, extend. Make sure your hip is underneath you, knee underneath your hip. 4, 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1. And release, come back down to the front. Bring those feet out in front of you, planting those feet, knees towards the ceiling. Grab your weights if you have them. We're going to reach our arms forward. You're going to kind of bring those weights together. And we're just going to roll down maybe a third of the way or halfway and reaching back up. You're just holding those weights there as a little extra for your core if you want it. Otherwise, bring those weights down as like a little bit of a tent for your fingertips. Leaning back, coming up, back and up. Think of inner thighs and knees drawing together, forward, down and up. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we come back up, you can bring those weights all the way off. From here, we'll take our bound angle pose, soles of the feet together, knees opening wide. And feel free to start to stretch either hands reaching forward or keep them right underneath you. You let that head be nice and heavy. From here, we'll come back up. We're going to cross that right foot in front, so you can just kind of unwind, shift forward back to your low lunge. We'll bring that left knee down. We'll bring our hands up to heart center to take a twist. So connect that left elbow to your right knee. Now you can be right here getting that stretch. If you know that a quad stretch is accessible from here, you can kind of start to take that left heel towards your hip and reach that right hand back. Maybe left fingertips are on the floor. In a twist, whether we are taking quad stretch or we're stretching out that hip flexor here. We'll release that quad stretch, bring hands to the inside of our right foot, lifting that left knee, and we're going to start to kind of turn hands and feet. And then we'll bend into our left knee, turn those right toes towards the ceiling. You can slide that foot a little bit closer, and then we're going to sink our hips down into a side lunge. Left heel might be touching, or it might be lifted off the floor. Hands can be underneath us if it's okay for you to reach forward or even reach towards that extended leg, so your right leg. And then kind of lift those hips back up to turn towards our left foot. So we'll face the back of our space to again take our crescent moon. This time our right knee is down. Hands together at heart center. To twist and connect that right elbow to our left knee. Again, you can be here, or if quad stretch is available, pick that right heel up, like that twist. Whether quad stretch or that more simplified, just stretching out that hip flexor, couple more breaths. And again, we'll release our hands, lifting that back knee up. Kind of quarter turn again, pivot hands and feet. So we'll turn those right toes out, bending our right knee. Left heel is down, toes towards the ceiling. Again, that might mean you have to slide that leg a little bit closer towards the side. Hands can be underneath, reaching out, reaching more towards the extended leg. And we'll lift our hips up, turn back to the front. And just kind of step your feet up or however you need to take a seat to come all the way down. We'll draw our knees to our chest. Maybe get a little rock side to side or take some circles. And we'll take a figure four, so crossing right ankle over our left knee. Feet can be planted or you can draw those legs towards your chest. If you want to add an additional hamstring stretch and it's okay, extend that left heel towards the ceiling. Kind of a straight leg, figure four. If this is giving you the stretch you need, feel free to stay. You want a little bit, maybe for that right hip even more. Keep that figure four, plant your left foot to the ground. Let your legs fall towards the left. So our right knee is pointing towards the ceiling and our right foot comes flat to the ground. You can just use the right leg on its own and try to pull that knee away, or you can use a hand to push the leg away if you need it through that right side. For some, this doesn't do anything for us. It might not be what we need. So stay in that figure four if that's where you want to be. Couple more breaths. Wherever you are, use an exhale to gently bring the legs back into the center. And just unwind both legs towards the ceiling, little legs up the wall, maybe shake it out. And then we'll switch, so crossing left ankle over, figure four. Again, you can be foot flat to the ground, draw your legs in, or add in that extra hamstring stretch. Again, stay here. If you did so on the other side, it feels good. Otherwise, keeping that figure four, let your legs fall towards the right. So then our left knee is towards the ceiling, left foot planted, and either just use the leg, pulling it away, or a hand can gently press that knee away. Again, taking whichever one feels better for you. A couple more breaths. And again, wherever you are, use an exhale. Start to bring everything back to the center. Stretch those legs up, little legs up the wall. You can stay here for a couple breaths. If you know that you want to lift your hips up, finding a plow, getting a curve in your spine, hands a little back. Start to draw those knees in. Hands can wrap around our shins, forehead to our knees. Whenever you get there, take another inhale. And exhale, long body stretch or big X. 2 more like that. Inhale, constrict, full close. Exhale, completely release. Last one, inhale, pull close. Exhale, reaching out. And then just as we started class, we're just going to close here with another few full body breaths from the top of your head all the way down to your low back. Both sides expanding that rib cage. A few audible exhales. And stay there longer. Or begin to move it out. Do whatever you need. All right, thank you everybody for joining me. You got warm, a little sweaty. Got yourself moving, and take care. We'll see you next time.